This is an overview of an epoxy color flake garage floor system. Once the floor had been properly prepared by using a grinder and crack repair was done, the primer epoxy coat is thoroughly blended. High-quality epoxy systems usually consist of multiple components, usually two-component systems. This two-component epoxy system is thoroughly blended in one bucket, make sure that the materials are thoroughly drained from the containers to keep your mix ratios on. The mixed material is then transferred into a second clean bucket and mixed again. By applying the material along the edges first, and then using a squeegee to move the balance of the material along the floor, it is then just necessary to use a roller to back roll to smooth, level, and spread the material for a consistent finish. Once the first coat of epoxy is dry, it'll look something like this. Once the floor is tack-free, a second coat of epoxy is squeegeed and back rolled onto the surface. While this second coat of epoxy is still wet, the color flakes are prepared and ready to be broadcast onto the surface. The color flakes are then broadcast onto the surface until rejection. This means they no longer stick to the floor. The flakes are then left to dry, and the flakes that are left on the surface that are loose are removed. A blower and then a vacuum is a great way to remove the loose flakes. These can be reclaimed and reused on your next project. The next stage is to mix the top coat. In this case, it's a two-component polyurethane. Wear a mask if the material is solvinated. Once again, the materials are thoroughly blended and mixed. A similar application to the first epoxy coat is done. The edges are cut in with a paintbrush or small edge roller, and then the balance of the floor gets spilled and back rolled. This is the final coat, so make sure that the products are applied in a consistent manner to get full coverage. If not, a second coat may be necessary. Once this material is left to dry, usually takes 24 to 48 hours, and no vehicular traffic should be allowed up to 72 hours. This is the finished job. This will be one happy customer.